For those new to the team, sport and league, here's an A to Z guide. A is for Atlanta, one of two expansion clubs to begin play this season. The other was Minnesota United. Atlanta United became the first MLS expansion club since Seattle in 2009 to qualify for the playoffs in its first year. It finished with 55 points. Minnesota United finished with 36 points. B is for ball. The league's official match ball this season is the Adidas Nativo. It's mostly white, with panels that features parts of the flags of US and Canada. C is for cap, salary. Each team in MLS has a salary cap, but there are ways to circumvent the cap that are outlined in other letters of the A to Z. The cap in 2016 was $3.66 million and is $3.845 million this season. It really is more of a budget than cap because there are mechanisms that allow teams to spend more. Atlanta United has spent roughly $9.3 million on salaries, according to the MLS Players Union salary database. D is for designated player. These are the players whose salaries exceed $457,500 toward the salary cap if he starts to play at the beginning of the 2016 season, or $228,750 if he joined in the summer. There are also rules for young designated players, 23 or younger. The hit on the salary cap for these players was $200,000 for players ages 21 to 23 and $150,000 for 20 and younger. The DP rule was implemented in 2007 so that Los Angeles could sign David Beckham. Each team is allowed to sign as many as 3 designated players. Atlanta United's designated players are Joseph Martinez, Miguel Almiron and Hector Villalba. They have combined to score 41 goals with 24 assists. E is for Eastern Conference. The 6 teams from 11 that advanced to the playoffs were Atlanta, Chicago, Columbus, New York City FC, New York Red Bulls, and Toronto. F is for first round. The first round of the MLS playoffs is a 1-round knockout game. Atlanta United will host Columbus and Chicago will host New York Red Bulls, Vancouver will host San Jose and Houston will host Sporting KC. The conference semifinals and finals are 2-game, home and home series, and the MLS Cup is a 1-game event. Should Atlanta United advance to the MLS Cup, it will host the final, because the host site is determined by the team that finished with the most points. Atlanta United finished with more, 55, than the best team in the West. G is for Garber, Don. He is the commissioner of the league, a job he has held since 1999. H is for homegrown players. These are players that are signed by MLS players after they come up through the team's academy. Teams can sign as many as they want each year, but each team has 31 roster spots available. It is the equivalent of a farm system. Atlanta United has 2 homegrown players, Andrew Carleton of Powder Springs and Chris Goslin of Locust Grove, with 3 more joining in January. I is for international. Each team starts with 8 slots available to sign international players. They don't have to be used. They are also tradable. Atlanta United has used 8 international slots. J is for jersey sponsors. MLS was the first of the Big 5 professional sports leagues in the US and Canada to allow sponsors on the front of its jerseys. Other leagues are starting to follow. The contract details on the agreements are seldom disclosed, but the Galaxy's deal with Herbalife was reportedly $4.4 million per year. Atlanta United's kit is sponsored by American Family Insurance.